Shut up. Welcome to Ranger Reviews, a web series where we look at episodes of the TV show Power Rangers and then discuss them. Today we're exploring the 18th episode of the show Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue, as well as the 356th episode overall titled A Face from the Past. We start this episode in the Aqua Base where Kelsey is zooming around on skates knocking people over. She makes it to the boardroom and she wants to know what's so urgent. All the Rangers are there and Mitchell comes out giving them an important assignment. He wants them to take the day off. They think he's joking at first, but actually he's being very real. They need to go do whatever they want. They're dismissed. Do they not normally have days off ever? They're going to go to the beach and Joel is talking to a bunch of ladies. Chad and Kelsey went surfing and Dana is burying Ryan in sand like a weirdo. Meanwhile, Carter is actually doing his martial arts training on a hill in his Lightspeed jumpsuit. I kind of want one of those. He's tying his shoes and here's Captain Mitchell, who's also wearing the jumpsuit. He asks why Carter is doing this and Carter says he doesn't take a day off from training. Mitchell will join him then, and Carter's a bit apprehensive. Now it's Captain Mitchell and Carter doing some martial arts sparring. Mitchell flips Carter onto the ground. They then start going for a run, and they've been exercising all day. Carter jokes that they can slow down for Mitchell, and now it's just a pissing contest. Anyways, Viper says they need to take out the power stations in Mariner Bay, so we meet a new monster, Shaka-Tron. We see at one of the power plants that there's a school field trip there for kids, and one of these dumb little girls saying that her stuffed bear Jeremy says next time they should visit a cookie factory. Shut up, Jeremy. Also, she's way too old to be taking a stuffed animal somewhere like this. On top of a hill, Mitchell catches up to Carter, who is resting. They make jokes about how Mitchell is older and slower. Mitchell says he used to train just like Carter, but every now and then, he still took days off. He then asks Carter why is he so damn driven. Carter says he does it to be as good as him. Who? The fireman who saved his life as a kid. Remember this? A fireman came in and rescued him as a child, and then he let him run out. He never figured out who he was, and he wants to be just like his hero, who Mitchell reminds him would just only be human. Then something comes out of the sky going to the power plant. They follow it. Shaka-Tron is there, hooking up to systems and causing a lot of explosions and panic. The school field trip group is running away. Shaka-Tron comes out of the building saying just one more power plant to go. The firemen show up, as do Carter and Mitchell, so Carter morphs. Mitchell goes over to the fire truck, putting on gear to go help. Can you just do that? Whatever, the two run to the fiery building. The teacher is trying to navigate the kids through the fires. Mitchell and Carter find some people lifting barrels and stuff to get them free, telling them to run. They get all the people out as the Hummer shows up with all the other Rangers who are all morphed. Ryan does a totally unnecessary roll. Miss Fairweather calls Mitchell to let him know that Shaka-Tron is now attacking the other power plant. He tells the Rangers to go there and he'll handle things here. They run off. Shaka-Tron then hooks up to something in the building, causing stuff to happen. The Rangers are on their way and Ryan is posing up a storm. In the other power plant, the school children are trying to get out and the little girl tells her stuffed bear that she'll save him. Shut up. The Rangers find Batling, who are just playing with random junk. They've made a barricade, which Carter just blasts through as they keep going. The kids are also suffocating, so that's nice. Mitchell shows up, taking off his mask to help everyone out. Dude, keep your mask on. They're navigating the kids out, and the little girl realizes that she left her bear back there, so she goes back. Of course. The Rangers find Shaka-Tron, who is like, yeah, whatever, Batlings. The Rangers start fighting off the Batlings together, and then they're outside with Shaka-Tron now, and they're doing okay. Ryan comes in helping, and the Rangers take out their V-Lancers, and the six have Shaka-Tron surrounded. Carter slashes him real good, blowing him up into pieces. Oh, okay, well, I wasn't expecting that. They leave to go back to the fire. All the kids are outside with the teacher who is saying that the firemen will have to save Ginny. Ugh, so she's dumb and named Ginny? They find out that Captain Mitchell is still inside, saving the little girl, and a fireman tries to stop Carter from going in because the building is going to explode, apparently. Classic Power Rangers. Mitchell finds Ginny, giving her his oxygen, and then they're on their way out, but of course something falls down. Mitchell gets it to stop falling, telling Ginny to go. She goes, finding Carter, who tells her to keep going. Then Mitchell is injured, and Carter is like, could it be? Duh, dude. He gets out with the little girl by seriously just jumping off the top of the damn building. That would be terrifying. Mitchell's still inside, but the entire place just explodes. Well, rest in peace, Captain Mitchell. Why are Dana and Ryan not concerned about this at all? Then here comes Mitchell rappelling down the side of the building with a fire hose, and Dana's like, Father. I hate you, Dana. The girl's also okay and stuff, whatever. Jinxer finds Shaka-Tron's corpse, making him giant. Carter says he needs to ask Mitchell something, but there's not enough time. Shaka-Tron is giant now. They call out the rail rescues, forming the Lightspeed Megazord. Shaka-Tron can apparently fly, but they just toss him back anyways. Lightspeed Megazord does an around the world with his ladder arms before they call out the Lightspeed Megazord Saber, slashing Shaka-Tron. Bye, dude. Meanwhile, the planets are apparently getting aligned. In the Skull Cavern, they rehash how Queen Bansheera is going to definitely return. Lokai even has a plan about this. They're going to kill the Rangers before the planets are aligned again, and Olympius wants to take matters into his own hands. In the Aqua Base, Carter walks in on Miss Fairweather helping Mitchell with some injury, and Carter sees a nasty scar on his back. They leave, and Carter realizes that Captain Mitchell was a fireman who saved him as a child. Why does this matter? No idea. He's apparently been keeping an eye on Carter ever since, watching him become a fireman and then selected him as the Red Ranger. Ew, why? That's so creepy. Carter's kind of confused on what to say, and he wants to say that he's going to train even harder, and Mitchell's like, no, you're fine, you do enough, go away. Like, seriously, Carter, way to miss the entire moral. At the beach again, the Rangers are all hanging out, playing with a frisbee, and Carter intercepts a catch from Joel. They're confused as to why he's there because he hates fun, so to prove that he does, he uses a super soaker on them. Alright. Also, Mitchell is there, in the Hummer, watching. Like, God, I hope he just dropped Carter off out of convenience and this isn't like monitoring them again. The end. This episode gives us some backstory on why Carter was actually chosen as the Red Ranger from the start, but it also lets us know that Captain Mitchell is super creepy. Like, mega creepy. You rescue a kid and then you watch him for the rest of his life to make sure he used the life that you just saved him to be used for good? Like, Jesus, what would have happened if Carter had a drug phase? How many other children did Mitchell do this to? In all seriousness, the idea of the story is actually okay. I mean, Carter needs to have fun and loosen up, and Mitchell's the only one who'll actually listen to because he's been in his shoes before. But the execution is just weird because it's Power Rangers. If this were a primetime drama, definitely would have been handled probably a little bit better. Next time, Queen Bansheera returns, but until then, may the power protect you.